Dear students, in this video you're going to learn about a very important question in the board examination, that is transformer. Hope you have seen the transformer outside. What is a transformer? Transformer is a device which converts lower alternating voltage at higher current into higher alternating voltage at lower current. That is a transformer. It's a primary coil, and here we are going to apply the alternating source. There is a secondary coil which is connected with respect to a load. Generally, load is nothing but the usage. Our homes, industries comes under load. Based on what principle the transformer is going to work? Transformer is based on mutual induction. This mutual induction we have learned in EMI. It is a phenomena of inducing EMF in the secondary coil due to change in current in the primary coil and hence change in magnetic flux in the secondary coil. So as the current is alternating, so whenever the alternating current is going to pass through the primary coil, as the current varies periodically, the magnetic field produced by it will also vary. So this field is linked with respect to the secondary coil. As the magnetic field lines passing through the secondary coil varies, the flux is going to vary and induces current in the secondary coil. Theory. Based on what theory the transformer is going to work? We know that the induced EMF is represented as minus NP d phi by dt. This is the primary EMF because whenever the flux is linked not only with respect to the secondary coil, it is also linked with respect to the primary coil, where NP stands for number of turns of the primary coil and d phi by dt is the rate of change of flux in the primary coil. Now ES is equal to minus NS into d phi by dt, where ES is the EMF of the secondary coil and NS is the number of turns of the secondary coil. As the same flux is going to change with respect to secondary coil, so it is also d phi by dt here. If you take the ratio ES by EP equal to NS by NP, which is equal to constant, where K is called transformation ratio or turns ratio. For an ideal transformer, output power is equal to input power. Generally, how much power you are going to give here, the same power is also going to produce. This is for ideal transformer. But outside in real life, we are going to use step up or step down transformer. What is the formula for power? EMF into current. So ESIS is equal to EPIP, where ESIS represents output power, EPIP represents input power. If you take the ratio, ES by EP is equal to IP by IS. That means EMF and current are inversely proportional here, whereas EMF is directly proportional to number of turns. More number of turns, more EMF, less number of turns, less EMF. More EMF, less current, less EMF, more the current. So the total relation is nothing but ES by EP equal to IP by IS equal to NS by NP. We can have numerical based on any two equations. Efficiency. What do you mean by efficiency? Efficiency is nothing but output by input. So output power by input power will represent the efficiency. More the efficiency, more it will work in an effective way. For an ideal transformer, the efficiency is 100%. Step-up transformer. What do you mean by step-up transformer? Again, I am going to have primary coil and secondary coil. If you see, the number of turns of secondary coil are more when compared to the number of turns of primary coil. So NS is greater than NP, that is the value of K is greater than 1. So as EMF is directly proportional to the number of turns, ES will be greater than EP. That means the EMF produced by secondary coil will be greater than the EMF produced by the primary coil. As EMF and current are inversely proportional, the current of primary coil is more when compared to the current of secondary coil. Step down transformer. Now here you can observe that the number of turns of primary coil are more when compared to the number of turns of secondary coil. Such type of transformer is called step down transformer. So as the number of turns are directly proportional to EMF, the EMF of primary coil will be more than the secondary coil. As EMF and current are inversely proportional, the current of primary coil will be less when compared to the current of secondary coil. Energy losses in a transformer. How the energy is going to lose? Generally, whenever you are going to see a transformer, we don't have ideal transformer. That is, input power is not equal to output power. Some losses will be there. So based on what it is going to lose the power. Number one is copper loss. Heat is produced due to the resistance of the copper winding of primary and secondary coil. So when current flows through them, so that's the reason some amount of power is lost in the form of heat. This can be avoided by using thick wires for winding. That's the reason whenever you want to wind, you're going to go transformer core. Number two, the flux loss. In actual transformer, coupling between primary and secondary coil is not perfect. That means they are not coupled in a proper way. So certain amount of magnetic flux is also wasted. That means the number of field lines may not pass through the coil alone itself. Linking can be maximized by winding the coils over one another. That means you're going to have only one core. With respect to one core, you're going to have both primary as well as secondary also. You don't have two parts, only with respect to one. 3. Iron losses. That is number one, eddy current. I hope we have learned about eddy currents in EMI. So eddy currents are the currents produced in a metallic core. When a changing magnetic flux is linked with the iron core, eddy currents are set up, which in turn produce heat and energy is wasted. Eddy currents are reduced by using laminated core instead of solid iron block, because in laminated core the eddy currents are confined within the lamination and they do not get added up to produce larger current. When we discuss about eddy currents, actually the metallic plate has been the metallic block is said to be laminated. So by using lamination, we can reduce the eddy currents. In other words, their paths are broken instead of continuous ones. That is a solid iron core. This is the laminated core. See how it was divided. The entire core was divided. It has been broken into fragments. Because of this, what happens? The eddy currents will not add up. Hysteresis loss. When an alternating current is passed, the iron core is magnetized and demagnetized repeatedly over the cycles, and some energy is being lost in the process. Because a current carrying conductor will produce magnetic field. So because of alternating current, it gets magnetized as well as demagnetized, as the value is not constant. Whenever the current is maximum, more the magnetism. When the current is minimum, it gets demagnetized. So some amount of energy is lost in the form of hysteresis. This can be minimized by using suitable material with a thin hysteresis loop. Fourth one, losses due to vibration of core. Some electrical energy is lost in the form of mechanical energy due to the vibration of core and humming noise due to magnetostriction effect. So just because of this magnetostriction effect, the vibration, the mechanical energy is said to be lost.